Touch me, tiger.
A complaint I very often hear from the couples coming into my couple therapy office is we don't touch each other anymore. And I know about that because with my first husband, when the relationship declined, we didn't touch each other anymore. And I knew it was a bad sign. And it made me really feel lonely, stressed out, and really unhappy.
Yeah, but there's a very bright side, of course, about touch, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Holding hands in whatever shape or form, kissing,
Mm.
hugging, cuddling. Uh, in the morning when you go away, you kiss. At night when you come home, you kiss. When you go to sleep, you kiss. When you wake up, you kiss. Shaking hands in general is an
Yes.
important touching. Sitting on a lap, if that's appropriate. Oh, yeah, welcome. Spooning, snuggling, patting on the back, touching somebody for just for a moment. And all this including erotic or sexual touch, of course, as well. So today we're going to talk about 8 facts that make you want to be touched even more.
The first, touch is a basic need. Did you know that our most important sense developing in the womb, the first sense, is the sense of touching? So you have been about 2.5 centimeters and about 8 weeks old when you reacted to touch. We all know that babies really need for their good relationship with themselves, their development, they need the touch of their mother, father, and other loving people. Because that's what they learn is basic trust, being loved, being protected, and being safe and secure. So the skin actually is the magic that makes the touch happen.
The
The skin
biggest
is
organ we have.
it's the biggest
Uh,
organ we have, and it is existential. If we don't have a skin, we don't survive. So, what is important to understand is that in many cultures, touch is handled very differently. It's very variable how you touch in public, for example. But that we need touch is really universal. It applies to everybody, to all of us.
Absolutely. So, first of all, it's a basic need. Secondly, touch creates connection that make us happy. It's without any filter. When you touch people, something happens and the other person feels the touch. It strengthens the bond if done properly. It connects, it creates a sense of belonging, it creates a sense of being wanted. The cuddling, the kissing, the sex, it all releases this hormone called oxytocin, which is a very important hormone. It makes us feel connected and it creates a sense of happiness, not only in the short run but also in the longer run.
Third, touch promotes openness. Being open means to put your guards down, to feel the softer feelings like love and respect, and to be able to transform vulnerability into strength. So, touch promotes all of that. It helps you to grow as a person and be the best you can possibly be.
Which is wonderful. And fourthly, touch actually improves intimacy in general.
Mhm.
Erotic and sexual touch, it makes us excited, it creates a sense of fulfillment. Touch of course plays a huge role in foreplay when we talk about intimacy. Also, there's non-erotic touch that can lead to feeling sexy, to more sexual desire, to more intimacy. So it doesn't have to be this the sexual sort of thing, just touching each other in general, being friendly. And just a reminder, especially for the man, it's important to know, women, they get more into intimacy and sex when they really feel connected. So not only through touch, so all kinds of other things we do when we talk about in couple power, of course. Women have to feel a heartfelt connection. So the non-sexual touch in there is very important to boost in general the openness for intimacy.
Nicely put.
Thank you very much. More to come.
Number five, touch reduces stress and anxiety. So when you have had a strenuous day and you touch or you are being touched by your spouse, by your children, by your pet, it will reduce your stress level, just like a massage. And also, when you are in a difficult situation which feels a bit dangerous for yourself, it's a natural and very spontaneous reaction in all of us want to be held. just to be able to calm down, to feel supported and to feel safe and secure. When you think, well, this applies only to children, well, you're right that they are very easily soothed and they are very easily to just snuggle when they need some support. But it really applies to all of us, to your spouse, to your friends, to your parents, to yourself and others in need. We all need to feel not alone when we are in challenging situations.
Absolutely. So beyond what you just mentioned, that touch reduces the sex and anxiety, the sixth point is, in general, touch improves our health tremendously. It simply reduces our heart rates to a healthy level. It makes our blood pressure lower. It helps indeed in the stress hormone cortisol to go down. And in general, it boosts our immune system, which is so important. A huge amount of illnesses and diseases come from a low functioning immune system.
That's right. Number 7, touch is beneficial when given with empathy. If you want to give beneficial touch, then do it with an attitude of love, respect, and empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of the other person. Is the person in a position to receive your touch and enjoy your touch? Is the touch you're wanting to give the right one at the moment? You don't know? Well, watch the reaction or just simply ask.
Absolutely, which in general is a very good idea to ask. And on the asking, I talk often about the golden rule and the platinum rule. The golden rule is treat the other person the way they like to be treated. Actually, we like to work from the platinum rule, which says treat the other person the way the other likes to be treated. Of course, you hold on to your own norms and values and criteria. So ask, what way does the other person want to be touched? Mm-hmm. And that leads us to the eighth point. Touch is beneficial when received fully and appropriately. But let's be clear about this. When you close yourself off to being touched, you just don't get any of the benefits we mentioned in the first 7 points. At the same time, it's fully understandable that people don't like to be touched. They have negative experiences in all kinds of ways, in violence, in wrong touching, and all kinds of habits and convictions come from that. Now, but let's make sure it is a bad habit to build up a certain close-offness to touching. If you don't take touching in, you don't get this nourishing of the touch, you don't get the pleasant feeling for yourself and also for others. So be friendly to yourself and please take time to learn more about touch, to play with it, to work with it, and to receive it. You and us, we are very much worth it. Okay, enjoy to be touched. Bye-bye.
Bye.